Hello, I'm Sue Bookchin, Executive Director of Be the Peace Institute. We are a non-service provider, community-based nonprofit organization focused on gender-based violence. We work to address the roots and consequences of gender-based violence and also to advance systemic change for gender equity and social justice. We do this by engaging with partners and colleagues on projects and initiatives that prevent gender-based violence and alter the social and cultural patterns that sustain it, generate new knowledge and evaluation through research, often with academic colleagues. We collaborate to address the impacts of gender-based violence on women and gender non-binary people, families, and communities through an intersectional and anti-racist lens. And we advocate to change the systemic patterns that further traumatize them in their search for accountability, equity, justice, and healing. We are guided always by the lived experience of survivors in a non-judgmental, trauma-informed, and culturally responsive way. A success story I would share is that we contributed to updating and broadening the conversation on the potential use of a restorative approach in some domestic violence situations. This was through a Justice Canada grant with partners, the Nova Scotia Advisory Council on the Status of Women, Mi'kmaq Legal Support Network, and Bridges Men's Intervention. We discovered a fair bit of common ground in principle through interviews with 21 people in government, academia, women's advocacy services, men's work, and restorative justice. 2 reports on the findings are available for you to review or for policy deliberations and decision makers on our website on our project page. A challenge is that we often receive calls from women struggling with multiple court systems, child protection, feeling manipulated in custody conflicts, who are desperate for help in navigating the systems while grappling with their own trauma, fear, and often financial challenge. They feel caught in the web of responders who don't typically talk with one another, have rules that make no sense, offer incomplete or unintelligible legalese information, and wait times that lack the sense of urgency that they feel about their situations. This, coupled with responses they get that are judgmental, have disdain, are stereotypical, and other responses that further traumatize them, is terribly isolating and often untenable. What others need to know about us is our funding is solely from project-based grants. When people need direct services or counseling, we refer them to other agencies for assistance. However, when we are approached for help because people have not been able to find it elsewhere, we will use our growing network of relationships with people in other systems and organizations to help them find the information they need, or the providers who are willing to collaborate across boundaries on their behalf. We always ask for their consent to speak about them and their situation with other service providers. Our work is predicated on centering the voices and lived experience of women and gender expansive people. We stay connected with them to understand their realities fully and continue to learn about that. And we often involve them in research or evaluation work or other initiatives that seek their intelligence and expertise in how to improve services and responses to them. We actively seek opportunities to join networks, coalitions, and initiatives across the province to bring those voices, our own growing expertise, and an ecosystem lens to the discourse about preventing and addressing gender-based violence more effectively. And what we would like to know about other services is who can we call on to step up and do the right thing for people who have been most harmed in the face of barriers and system constraints? Who can we join with as innovative thinking and action partners in transforming the social and cultural forces that sustain gender-based violence and the systemic gender, racial, and other inequities that characterize pretty much all our current structures? Who will be an ally and leader in dismantling the ways in which we keep creating results we all say that we don't want? We look forward to meeting with you. Thanks so much.